I guess at this point, we'd like to hear Joy's words, and we have invited a special guest, Miss Yoli Laudico Johnson, one of the closest friends of Joy, to read from the book, from the selection called Light, the last published work of Joy. Actually, we'll be reading parts of that selection, so if you have the book, you can follow her. Yes, Yoli. Very good.
Light. Earlier in the morning, very early, Nai walked to the sound of the first bird. Again, that first sung at dawn. She had not seen the bird, but only felt in her mind it was a bird, scraping a claw against the wood of her window. Not a Maya. Maya's stirred later in the day, but scratching, like the raven tapping in post poem. She knew of such poems. He read poems to her, or recited from memory. Short ones, long, always beautiful poems, but not anymore, because now he's gone. He has died. She learned to say the words sooner than she hoped she would. Or he could be out there, in a creature's body, scratching on the widow's wood each morning at 4, while everyone else slept. To wake her, help her begin the day. She believed in these things, allowed her heart to. She lay in bed a moment, offered the day that was to be to God, her God, the one with whom she opened each day. In this way did she begin it also with him. Walking to the kitchen, through a still dark hall, she peeped into an adjoined room. Rita's asleep. Anita's bed made. In the kitchen, starting breakfast, she knew. Anita touched a cheek against hers. We packed the furniture today, Inay. We have to sort them out. A garden bulb lit the kitchen, its faint light seeping through the door ajar. Nai stood by the door, watching the last layers of gray outside be broken by sunrise. Mid-morning at her desk, pushed against a wall in the sala, Nai organized her own packing, filing, and rearranging her possessions. Work never done. Letters folded back into envelopes, photographs, expired prescriptions, and receipts, bottles in a jar, jewels in a box, papers and documents, all in the desktop or in drawers without hierarchy of value or importance. In the jewelry box inside the bottom jar, "We won't go hungry with this," he said when they married. Enclosing her hand with the jewel in his, its angled diamonds interlocked like lines in a poem. She touched the box on the desk, did not feel a need to open it, remembering instead the night of the big fire at the next farm. He gathered these documents as she carried Timmy out of the house to the yard, astounded at the red in the sky. Rita and Anita stood there with her. The pendant, he did not know where to find it. Would she run in for it? No, she decided, I have all I need. She heard their voices now waft in from the garden. Ernest, maybe Amaya. She walked to the window, stopped at the image in the mirror, cast off to a corner in isolation. She, still young, far from mid-age. Once she was mistaken for Anita's sister. There's a nest here, Inay. Rita was saying from outside. Quiet when you look, Timmy said. Glare shot through the pane. She opened and expanded the room's empty interior. Opaque, then transparent, a square of bright projected on the floor planks. Bare feet on wood, she traced the boundary of the square that led her to a footstool, last in a queue for packing. Balayo. He named this footstool, made of the dark iron wood, hard, strong. She took and set it on the square's very center, and she stood on it. On it, she equaled his height, head to head. No effort. He lifted her in an easy, silent whirl over columns of glow and stood her back on the balayo, his lips to hers. It weeps in her heart. Only she saw the square, so clear, swiftly drawn with passing light. Its jutted parangles fused into air above the floor. Light, Joy, Dayrit, writer, poet, artist, woman.
And now it is the end of our ceremony for this afternoon. Please join the Dayrit family for merienda outside and come in and enjoy the exhibit in the best way we know how, with food and with wine. So thank you and good afternoon. Just a note, the exhibit will run for a few months. We're guessing around until August, so do come back and invite your friends and family to come over. Just a note, if the food would stay outside, I look for the exhibit area to be food free, food and drink free. Thank you.
Thank you so much.